now on flower stamp number 6, so I am going to grab that, add a new layer for my stamp, and I'm going to grab this light peach color and go ahead and stamp it in place. Now I'm going to tap my layer and select Alpha Lock so that we can color right on that layer. I'm going to grab my monoline brush and this light teal color, and I'm just going to color in this middle petal. And if you overshoot your petal, that's okay. We can go back and fix that. So now I'm gonna tap this square over here, which is your color picker, and go back to my peach color. And I'm gonna reduce my brush size just a little so I can refine the edges of that petal. So you can keep doing that until you're happy with it. Bring your petal down far enough that it goes into the circle part of the flower, because we're gonna cover that with yellow in a second. All right, so a little more right there. And now I am gonna grab a orangey yellow color and draw a straight line across. So I'm going to just hold my brush down to get a nice straight line and go ahead and color that in. Now we wanna add our heart details. So I'm going to tap the layers panel and tap the plus to add a new layer. And I'm gonna use a heart stamp. It is heart stamp number 3. You could also just go ahead and draw a heart in. I am going to stamp it in navy and then grab my arrow tool. And if I do the little green dot here, I can adjust the angle and I can adjust the size with these if I need to. And now I am going to grab a dark pink and stamp a heart on this corner. And again, let me go back and show you what I did there. So I've got the pink one here. I'm gonna grab this little ribbon looking tool and I'm just gonna circle it and then tap the arrow. And then I'm gonna reduce the size a bit and slide it into place at the top of this light pink petal. Now I wanna duplicate that. So an easy way to do that, because those two hearts are on the same layer, I'm gonna grab the ribbon magic wand tool again. I'm gonna circle it, and then down here, I'm gonna click copy and paste. So now I have a second version of that heart. I can rotate it with the green dot again, and that is on its own layer. So I want to merge that down, so I'll tap it and click merge down. Now we want to add in our fine little white details. So again, I'm going to go ahead and do that on a new layer. And this one, we're going to go off the page a bit. So let's use a clipping mask. So tap your layer. Let me show you with a dark color first what happens when you use clipping layer, just in case you haven't seen this in some of my other videos. So on a basic monoline brush, I'm going to use pink first to show you. So let's say I've drawn a line across this that I want to be there. If I then tap the layer and hit clipping mask, oops, hold on one second. I need to do it on the right layer. So I need to do the layer right above the flower. So click the plus sign. And now if I tap clipping mask on that layer, it only applies to the layer directly below it. And since my hearts were there, it was in the way. So now that line stays within the confines of the flower. So again, we will add a layer above that. And now I'm gonna do it with the white. I just wanted to do it with the pink so you could really see it well, because when we do the white, it won't show up like it would on the white background. So I've got some really fine monoline brush here, and I'm just gonna draw in a couple lines. Nothing too precise. Yes, we're going over the petals, but we'll go in and erase that side out. So if I turned off that background, you can see that it's over. So if I go tap the layer, clipping mask, you can see that now it's within the confines of our flower. But we do need to erase out what's overlapping on our petals. So I'm gonna take a small brush and just erase those out. And there you go. Now I am going to, we can stay on the same layer because we're going to go on the petals, and I'm just going to do 4 dots on each pink petal and then 2 lines on this. So if I drag and whoop, I want it to be pretty fine. If I hold the line down, I get a perfect line. And now all we need to do is go in and add our pink stem. So we're gonna add a layer and then drag it beneath our flower for our stem. I'm gonna grab pink and then draw my stem. So now we've recreated flower 6. Again, you could select every layer by swiping right, click group, and now you've got your flower all grouped. You could also duplicate that, tap it, and flatten it so that it's all in one flower. And that is it for flower 6.